Here's Reed Perplick into the corner with Ethan Kapp, bouncing puck over to the far side. Perplick knocks his man down. Here's Ethan McIndoe for Edmonton. He'll chip it around in behind the goal, and a good hard check there. Ben McCartney took Ethan McIndoe out of the play in behind the goal. Bouncing puck to the front of the net, looking for Ridley Gregg. Knocked down at the line. Schneider's got a backpedal out to center as the Oil Kings are changing. Here's Nate Salemi over at center. He'll dump it down past Williams. Took a weird hop off the stanchion, back out to center ice. Schneider read it perfectly, cut it off, and then has his pocket picked by Carter Such, and it can sit down into the Brandon zone to light icing on the way. And
lots to watch for the Scouts over the next couple weeks.
Certainly Jake Neighbors is a guy that's high on the list. We get a long shot from Braden Schneider here as well, too.
Well, I like Lyndon McCollum, 18 goals this year. He's a guy that, as you said, has really improved. And the one thing that he has that Scouts love is the work ethic. He works hard on and off the ice to get better, to get stronger. And so, again, he would be something that Scouts really would love to see.
Braden Schneider out at center ice. He'll chip it ahead for Ben McCartney. Here's Connor Gutenberg on the right wing into the Edmonton zone. Dumps it off for McCartney. He'll pull up, ran into his man, stood him up. Played the puck for Salemi, but Salemi had decided he better get back and try and cover up in case McCartney lost the puck, and Edmonton will take over. We're scoreless here in the opening minutes of the first period for Beaver Truck Center at the corner of 1st Street and Highway 1 in Brandon. Here's Jake Neighbors' shot. That's going to be gloved down by Yuri Patera.
We King goaltenders work extra hard night after night. Here, this last shift alone, Dom Smeeman blocks a shot. We get Duncan Pierce knocking a puck down. That's the other area that's been really big improvement.
Here's Cole Reinhardt right to the front of the net, and a shot that gets knocked away. Lennon McCallum was looking for the loose puck. Reinhardt probably should have shot that. He was looking to slide it over to McCallum, and the puck hit a couple of skates and went wide. Reinhardt looking after the puck in the corner. Dave Lowry said on the pregame show, if you're just joining us, that all this NHL hullabaloo and all these scouts asking you all these questions about your personality and how you are in school, that doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because Perplick gains the red, fires it in. Burzan will go after it. Everybody else changing. Burzan the first one in on it. Him and 3 Oil Kings in behind the Edmonton goal. Wyatt McLeod starts out to center. That'll land on the stick of Nate Salemi inside his own line. Here's Braden Schneider. Gunther blew a tire in the crowd. A little sarcastic cheer. Here's Cole Reinhardt. He's got some steam. Reinhardt into the front of the net. Gutenberg's tied up, and he couldn't get the puck free. Back the other way. Here come the Oil Kings out to center ice. Riley Sawchuk, 10th in the league in scoring. And he wants to get off. He'll lay this down into the corner. Here's Braden Schneider with it. Headman pass for Connor Gutenberg. His pocket pick near sideboards. Down in the corner it goes for Schneider. Breakaway pass for Ridley Gregg, and it was in behind him. And the Oil Kings will take over. Now Haniak plays it across far side. Bouncing puck for Robertson, down and in. Icing on the way. They'll blow it down. We'll take our first break. We're scoreless here in a quick. Bouncing puck back inside the Brandon line. Power play for a minute 21. Courtesy of Western Manitoba Co-op Food Stores. Reinhardt slips by the hip check over on the far side. Back in behind the goal. We'll spin it around for Connor Gutenberg. 3 Wheat Kings down to the corner. Trying to set up this power play here as Gutenberg will chop it up the wall. He's hit awkwardly. Brandon's going to get a 5-on-3 here. Here's Ridley Gregg to the front of the net for McCartney. Brandon, I don't think, realizes they got to let Edmonton touch the puck here. And they're going to get a 5-on-3.
The lead.
So a 5-on-3 for Brandon. They'll set it up top of the right side circle. Ridley Gregg to the middle for Schneider. Schneider, far side, Gutenberg. McCartney trying to leak out. Back up top for Schneider. To the middle for Ridley Gregg. 45 to go in the 5-on-3. Back door, and Burzan had his stick explode, and the puck will come all the way down the ice. That's a tough break for Luca Burzan. You see that time and time again, and it usually happens at the most inopportune time. Here comes Ridley Gregg back into Edmonton territory. What a move that was. Into the high slot. Back door, and McCartney can't pull the trigger. Up top, 25 to go in the 5-on-3. Schneider, far side, Gutenberg. Gutenberg for Ridley. Gregg is shot, and Beck warmed the save. Back down into the corner. Up top for Schneider. Schneider holds, shoots, tipped in front by McCartney, and it goes high and wide. Back to the corner for Burzan. He's held along the wall. Gets it to McCartney. Out of the corner, he'll hold on. Back to the high slot. Schneider's able to hold it in. Schneider, far side. First penalty coming to an end. Burzan scores!
It's a 2-0 weekend league.
His 4th of the year, scored by number 7, Vincent Iorio. The assist to number 6, Chad Nychuk, and to number 19, Jake Chason. Time of the goal, 11:32.
So Iorio from Nychuk and Chason at 11:32 as Edmonton tries to push back. Bouncing puck inside the Brandon line. Marcus Secundiac will flip it out to center. Pierce off the wall, down and in. Down into the corner, the Oil Kings goaltender came out to play it. Reed Perplick will knock it down. Perplick took a bump there, fires it on goal. Warm the save and the rebound. Rattled right in front. That was a dangerous shot that led to a juicy rebound. Penalty had expired. So an even strength marker for Brandon. They're now 1 for 2 on the power play, but Edmonton's back in this one. After a great shot from Ethan McIndoe. Puck down below the Brandon goal line. Little outlet pass. Here's Reed Perplick out to center ice. He'll chase after Slaney. Knock down and flip back into the Brandon end. That'll roll down the wall. 5:51 to go here in the opening period. We haven't even had the media timeout yet. Rylan Thiessen took a heavy bump over in the far corner. Back off the wall. Top of the circle's a shot. That's going to be tipped up in the air and over the Brandon goal. Schneider ahead for Perplick. Perplick will try and push it out to neutral ice for Duncan Pierce. Far side. Nice pass for Marcus Sekundiak. Here comes Sekundiak over to that far corner. Takes a bump. Got the puck to Duncan Pierce. Sekundiak gets it back in behind the Edmonton goal. He's hooked up. Hauled down. Penalty coming. And it's going to be a Brandon power. 2-1 Brandon leads. 5:24 to go here in this first period. Shots are 9-8 Brandon. Power plays brought to you by Western Manitoba Co-op Food Stores. Puck down in the Edmonton zone. They win the face-off, and they'll rim it around. Cole Reinhardt couldn't hold it in. Bouncing puck at the Brandon line. Liam Keeler short-handed. He'll push this into the Brandon zone. Here's Keeler trying to slip it 5-hole, and Yuri Patera made the save. For the far corner, Atkinson. He took a heavy wallop. Puck out to center ice. Ben McCartney tried to knock it free. Here's Ethan Kapp. He'll flip it back down and in. Not a great start to this power play, as Brandon's going to go all the way back in below their goal line. They'll start the breakout. 3 Wheat Kings up through neutral ice. Reinhardt's got the left wing. Down into the Edmonton zone. Chips it free into the corner for Matthew Robertson. Heavy hit there as the puck rolls free onto the stick of an Oil King, but it's kept in at the line. Ben McCartney right side for Ridley Gregg. In, shoot, stop, hit the goalpost. Rebound in the blue paint, and McCartney can't find it as Brandon hit the goalpost on that rebound. And a good hard check there from Logan Dalhaniuk. Bouncing puck at center. Schneider chips it across. Salemi back off the boards to center. Brandon's at the end of a long shift here as this line's going to peel off and try and get fresh legs on. Here's Riley Sawchuk up across the Brandon line. He'll dump it down, and in Edmonton has the same idea. They want to get a change as well. Here's Nate Salemi with some speed against his hometown team down and into the Edmonton zone. He'll dump it. Puck gets flipped back out to center ice. Connor Gutenberg skates onto it. Dumps it off for Braden Schneider. Nice little puck protection there. Lifts it all the way down the ice. Ridley Gregg, top of the left wing circle. Trying to weave his way in. Edmonton will back check and take it away before Ridley Gregg can turn it on towards the Edmonton goal. 2-minute warning here in the first period. Brandon leading on the shot clock and the score clock. And Edmonton will ice this February 7th. As we get a bouncing puck out at center ice is Pearson Gunther. A little bit of a shoving match off the face-off. 30 seconds to go here in the opening period. Brandon up 2-1, but Edmonton's on the power play. They'll play it around for Neighbors over on the far side. McIndoe back for Jake Neighbors. Top the left wing circle for Sawchuk. Put it on a tee for Robertson, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Back to the top of the circles. A shot saved by Patera, and the rebound will be cleared up and into the Edmonton bench.
5-on-3. At least you've got your top penalty killers well rested.
Face-off controlled by the Oil Kings. Robertson plays it across. Final 5 seconds. Side of the goal. Patera's down. Puck's in the air. Good hand-eye by Gutenberg to the line. Nice pad save, Patera. Rebound tipped in front. Patera's got that too. And second period action is underway. And Edmonton controls off the face-off. A tough task here tonight for the Brandon Wheat Kings to start this second period. Killing a 5-on-3. Connor Gutenberg does a good job there. He'll poke it out to center ice. Here's Matthew Robertson. He'll play it across over to the far wing. On it there is Riley Sawchuk. 4 forwards and a D-man here for Edmonton. Down into the corner, Jake Neighbors. He'll rim it around for Sawchuk over on the far side. He's got 68 points on the year. Back up top, it comes for Gunther right side. Down to the side of the goal. Patera's down. They float it to the high slot. Back for Gunther. Gunther holds, shoots, blocker save Patera, and it'll go off the end glass all the way back down into Edmonton territory with 40 seconds. 34 seconds to go here in the penalty to Marcus Sekundiak. The first one is over. Back out to center, Carter Such. He'll weave his way in. Schneider keeps him to the outside. Good job there, takes the body, and then Iorio will clear down the ice. We're back to 5-on-5, or pardon me, in 20 seconds we'll be back to 5-on-5 as the final stages of this second penalty tick away. Connor Gutenberg in on the forecheck, causing some trouble there for Ethan Kapp. He's looking for an outlet, doesn't have one. Good steal by Connor Gutenberg. That's going to kill some time as the puck rolls out to center. Here's Josh Williams. Final 5 seconds of the power play. Over for David Cope. Into the corner. Schneider with a good hard hit. Knocked the puck free, and that'll do it. We're back to even strength as the Wheat Kings have killed off a 5-on-3 here to start the second period. Here's Vinny Iorio in behind the Brandon goal. Edmonton's going to try and ride a little momentum here as they keep possession down inside the Brandon zone. Down below the goal line. They'll try and float it to the high slot. Knocked off the boards. Here's Ridley Gregg with it. He'll chip it off the wall and out to center ice. Mark Stewart Here comes Ethan McIndoe with it, and Purpleck had him lined up, and McIndoe got out of the way. Here's Riley Sawchuk with it. He'll play it back across. Purpleck will knock it down. Here's Reed Purpleck with it. He can fly when he wants to as he gets that momentum going to center, and the puck will be flipped up down in towards the goaltender.
Game. The longer they can do that, the better chance they have of ending up with a win in this hockey game.
Face-off controlled here by Edmonton. They'll come out to center ice. There's a Oil King slow to get up, down inside his own zone. That's Keegan Slaney. He was in a battle with Duncan Pierce. Here's Braden Schneider, down in below his goal line. Little shovel pass ahead. Pierce out to center. He got stood up there by Dalhaniuk, but Purpleck will follow it up in on the left wing. Here's Reed Purpleck driving to the goal. Going to cut to the front of the net, and he had a chance there, but the puck rolled off his stick. Back out to center ice. Jake Neighbors tried to push it down into the Brandon zone. Bouncing puck. Neighbors is offside, and Brandon will have some time here to start the breakout. Here's Braden Schneider up ahead to center ice. Comes across the red line, flips it in the air, hit a couple of bodies, then it hit the linesman. Third time, hit the linesman again. Verged on him and wouldn't let him get through to the net. Ben McCartney pushing and shoving at the Edmonton bench. Here's Braden Schneider. Starts the breakout. 40 seconds to go here in this power play for Brandon. Here's Ridley Gregg. Left side for Reinhardt. Reinhardt in. Back for Gregg, and he missed the net. Loose at the side of the goal. Reinhardt trying to drag it free. Great setup. Reinhardt to Gregg, but he couldn't get his stick free. Back to the side of the goal. Puck is tied up in behind the net now. Here's Ben McCartney with it. He'll walk out of the corner. Back to the line for Iorio. Throws it to the side of the goal now. Reinhardt up top for Braden Schneider. Schneider shoots, and he missed the net. Back for Ridley Gregg over on the far side. In front for McCartney. He can't get the shot away. Final 10 of the power play. Gregg trying to force it through. Loose in front. McCartney trying to find it. So is Gutenberg. And the Oil Kings will chop it out to neutral ice. And that'll do it here for Brandon's power play. Their fourth of the night. They're now 1 for 4. Up to center ice. Ridley Gregg into the Edmonton zone. He's got some room. Gets the on a partial breakaway. Bouncing puck for Edmonton on the face-off win, and they'll clear it down the ice. Jiri Patera out to play it. He'll try and make a move into the corner. Nice play there for Braden Schneider. He'll play it up the near side wall. Bouncing puck here, and a penalty coming up against Ridley Gregg. Edmonton wins the face-off. Back to the top of the circles. Play to the left side. Sam Stewart back to the top of the circles. Gunther across from McLeod. Loose in front. There's a man open. Puck there, but Schneider gets back and grabs it, and he'll start out to center ice. Here's Braden Schneider with it over on the far wing. He can fly down into the Edmonton zone. He curled up and played it in behind the net. He didn't realize it, but Marcus Sekundiak was out of gas, and he'll head to the Brandon bench for a line change. Here's Nate Salemi. He'll chip this one down the wall. Ben McCartney trying to knock the net, and McCartney looking for the redirect. Couldn't get it to go. Back into the corner. McCartney trying to look for this loose puck. He's got two Oil Kings all over him, and Riley Sawchuk will come out to center ice. He'll gain the red and fire this one down in towards the Brandon goal. Patera came out to play it. He'll poke it to the near side for Ridley Gregg. His pass does not go. Knocked down here by the Oil Kings. Sawchuk in. Alistrov, and a nice save there off the stick of Patera. Here's Sawchuk back in behind the goal. Now for Nate Salemi. Off the boards for Gutenberg. And out to center comes Ridley Gregg. One-on-one into the Edmonton zone. Gregg tried to drop it off. There was nobody there, and will be blown down offside. Faceoff was controlled by Edmonton. They quickly push it out to neutral ice. Final 40 seconds here of the period. Here's Connor Gutenberg. The trailer's Ridley Gregg. Back to the line for Schneider. Throws it on goal. It doesn't get through. Gutenberg! He scores! Well, spring training maybe. Gutenberg has put his team up 4-1.
Scored by number 24, Connor Gutenberg. The assist to number 22, Ben McCartney, and to number 2, Braden Schneider. Time 19:27. Gutenberg.
So Gutenberg, his 12th of the season, and Brandon still on the attack. McCartney, a sharp angle shot that gets knocked down. Here's Gutenberg trying to play it to the point. It gets chipped off the wall and out to center ice, and that will do it. Gutenberg sets things up, slides down the wall. Back up top, right point for Braden Schneider. Now to the middle for Ridley Gregg. Back up top, Schneider. Over for Gutenberg. Gutenberg in, pulls, shoot, stop, rebound, open net, and Gregg had his stick lifted by Scott Atkinson. Good defensive play there by the Oil Kings captain. Back up the far wall. Schneider will drag it along the line to the middle. Schneider back across for Ridley Gregg. In, shoots, it's blocked. Back to the line, but not out. Schneider, right side for Connor Gutenberg. Floats it to the side of the goal. Reinhardt had it go by him. It's rimmed around, but not out. Kept in by Ridley Gregg. Top of the circles now for Braden Schneider in the middle. Near side for Connor Gutenberg. Power play, another minute 15 to go. It's the 6th chance of the night here for Brandon. Here's Ridley Gregg. Little give and go with Braden Schneider. Schneider, top of the circles, off the crossbar and in. And it's Connor Gutenberg. It's a 5. Berg off the crossbar and in.
Power play goal, his second of the night, 13th of the year, scored by number 24, Connor Gutenberg. The assist to number 2, Braden Schneider, and to number 17, Ridley Gregg. Time of the power play goal, 1:17. 13.
So Gregg and Schneider pick up assists as Braden Schneider is all over the score sheet here tonight. Connor Gutenberg with a couple of goals. And it's a 5-1 lead for Braden. We do have a scoring change as well. We'll talk to you about that at the next whistle as Edmonton starts out to center. Near side, here's Jake Neighbors. Neighbors in, shoots, it didn't get through. It hit a man in front. That was Sam Stewart trying to provide the screen. Here's Riley Sawchuk. Back up top for Logan Dalhaniuk. He'll lift it towards the goal. It didn't get through. Berzan will push this puck back out to neutral ice. Berzan had it poked by him the other way. Here's Carter Such. Tries to get it around Schneider. Puck will roll to the front of the goal. McCallum plays it to the far point. It does get out. Edmonton has to regroup. And now the puck will be played D to D for Braden Schneider here. Here's Schneider out to center. Ridley Gregg flying in there, takes a run at Slaney, knocks him off the puck. McCartney trying to dig it free. Brandon's keeping up the physicality here. As Sawchuk flips this one down the ice, that should be an icing if Salemi will get there, and they'll blow it down. So Brandon's second now on the power play. They're now 3 for 6. And it was a close call. The door was open, and I know there was a lot of discussion amongst the off-ice officials here as to whether or not that was a power play goal or not, and they've officially made the change it is. So Brandon now has 3 on the man advantage tonight. As Cole Reinhardt tries to start out, he got hit along the near sideboards. Good hit there by Dalhaniuk. Bouncing puck back in behind the Brandon goal. Far side for Wyatt McLeod. McLeod kept it in. Him and McCallum collided awkwardly at the blue line. Edmonton in control down in that offensive zone. Puck played in behind the net for Neighbors. Far side McLeod. McLeod shovels it into the corner. After it goes Sawchuk. Berzan over to help out defensively. He'll throw it up the wall. Kept in at the line by Jake Neighbors. Berzan now pushes it out. The Oil Kings are offside, and they'll blow it down. We'll take a break. 5-1 Brandon. Here, McCartney, Gutenberg, and Ridley Gregg hop up over the boards. Left wing side for Logan Dalhaniuk. They'll play this one ahead. It's chopped off the near sideboards into the front of the net. Here's Riley Sawchuk, and a nice pad save. Yuri Patera on a streaking Riley Sawchuk. Ben McCartney and Ethan Kapp collide on the far boards. Gregg gets it out to center. Edmonton quickly back ahead for Sawchuk. He'll tip it down, and in goaltender Patera out to play it. Patera spins and fires. That one's knocked down in behind the goal by Atkinson. Here's Schneider with it. He'll start out softly off the boards for Ben McCartney. Out to center ice. McCartney lost control of it as Alistrov picked his pocket. Here's Riley Sawchuk, a long shot off the inboards. Patera can't handle it, and the net's going to come off in behind Yuri Patera. They'll blow this one down. 1. Edmonton just took the lead on the shot clock with their 27th shot of the night. Down into the corner, Dalhaniuk battling along with Braden Schneider. 2 Wheat Kings and 2 Oil Kings digging for the loose puck in there, and the puck is actually loose in the near sideboard. Schneider and Dalhaniuk are not overly pleased with one another in the corner as the puck comes out to center ice. Here comes Marcus Sekundiak. He'll chip it down and in. After it to the near side. Good heavy hit there. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. And now Marcus put Edmonton on the power play for 5 minutes. A score-at-will situation. And this could be a game-changing situation here. Edmonton wins the face-off. They'll play it back up top. Onto the one-timer, and that shot from Sawchuk did not miss by much. Back up top, Neighbors again. That didn't get through. Nice stop there as Neighbors in front looking for the redirect on the shot from Robertson. Back for Sawchuk. Back up top, Robertson again. Stopped by Patera. Rebound far side again for Sawchuk. His shot blocked by Schneider, and the rebound's kicked back to the left point. Great job by Braden Schneider. Blocked 2 shots. There's another shot that didn't get through. This time Nathan Salemi wore that one off the shin pads. Here's Salemi. He's going to spin and fire, and that puck will get out to center ice. 40 seconds gone in the 5-minute major penalty. Played here for Nate Salemi. He'll flip this one in the air and down the ice. 9:20 left in the third. It's a 5-1 lead for Brandon. Bouncing puck over on the far side. Here's Josh Williams. Corrals it. Pierce slid through, trying to knock it away. Alistrov to the back door, and as such, had a tap in, but it rolled by him. Puck is cleared back out to center ice, and a good job so far through 2.5 minutes. Bouncing at center. Atkinson knocks it down inside the Brandon zone. Schneider goes after it. Him and Atkinson are hooked up. Schneider finished his check hard into the inboards. Oil Kings will lift it up the wall. Here's Ben McCartney trying to get it to center, and he does, and he'll race in there after it. Short-handed, Ben McCartney's going to be the first one on the lead. There have been no shots on goal here for Edmonton on this power play as of yet. Here comes Williams down across the Braden line. Far side, gets it back. Josh Williams weaves in, top of the circles. Robertson, no shot. Now for Sawchuk. Sawchuk back up top for Robertson. Far side, top of the circles. Down to the side of the goal. Patera down, loose puck, and Salemi will clear off the boards and down the ice. Minute 10 to go here in the penalty to Marcus Sekundiak, a 5-minute major for boarding. In behind the goal, Ridley Gregg's going to steal the puck. He's cross-checked to the ice by Dalhaniuk. Into the Edmonton corner. Ethan Kapp after it. 20 seconds to go here in the major penalty to Marcus Sekundiak. Just 2 shots so far for Edmonton. Williams up across the line, and that's offside as the Oil kicks it onto the Edmonton side of the red line, and they'll have to regroup. Here comes McLeod. Pushes it up across the Brandon line. Back to the top of the circles. Here's Keegan Slaney in. His shot did not get through. And Schneider will peel off, and into the corner he goes for Salemi. Up the wall for Ben McCartney. And the 5-minute major has been killed. As Braden Schneider sends it up the far side, it's going to go off the stick and out and such. And the Oil Kings have cut the lead to 3 here with less than 5 to go here in this third period. Here's Matthew Robertson with it. He'll step up onto his Sawchuk. He'll dump it back down into the Brandon end. After it, Nate Salemi. Far side, it's chipped ahead. Here comes Ridley Gregg. And they'll blow it down on the off. In behind the Edmonton goal. As a 5-2 Brandon lead. Puck just inside the Brandon line. That pass picked off and dumped right back in. After it goes Nate Salemi. Here's Salemi with it. He'll start out of his own zone. 3 minutes to go here in regulation. Played ahead, Connor Gutenberg. He'll fire this one in. After it, Ridley Gregg down in the corner. Here's Gregg. Cycles his puck up the wall, down into the inboard wall. Here's Connor Gutenberg behind the net. On it is Ben McCartney. He'll try and spin off the check out of that far corner. He's hooked up, played it to the line. Nate Salemi is shot off the side of the net there. Here's Sawchuk with it. Back out to center for Carter Such. That pass missed everybody. And an icing on the way. Schneider will get there. And no, that was, I heard it in my ear too the second it just clicked. I was like, oh shit. Final 2 minutes and change here of regulation. Here's Cole Reinhardt into the corner, into the high slot. Tried to go across the grain, but he missed the net. Back out to center ice. Here come the Oil Kings. It's a 5-2 Brandon lead as Josh Williams got the lone third period goal here for Edmonton. Plays his puck down into the corner. Here's Nate Salemi. Shovels it off the wall. Up ahead for now for McCallum. He'll find Reinhardt. Bergevin busting out to center as well. Reinhardt over on the left wing.